When he picked us guys up, he says, ranks here, and he said, when was you sunk? And everybody says, Sunday night, Sunday night. And the captain said, well, nobody can live out there that long. So you guys must have lost track of time. But when I said I picked up 25 of you guys or so, and y'all kept saying Sunday night, I got to be a believer. In other words, I didn't believe the first few because you can't live out there that long. But after I picked up 25, you all come up with the same damn thing Sunday night. Then he got to be a believer. So, little story.
The hospital, what was it called that you were in?
No, it's a Peleliu.
Peleliu?
Peleliu, yeah.
Yeah. So how long were you there for to, I guess, recoup?
I had something like a day or 2 or 3, something like that. It wasn't very long. The hospital ship came in and picked us up. And then took us to Guam. They went to 3 different locations. The ship just picked us up because they couldn't put all of them in one hospital. Some went to Samara, but the Philippine chain, and they were flew by airplane from Samara to Guam. Hospital ship picked me up to Tranquility, went from there to Guam. And some was taken right directly to Guam. And we all met at Guam. So, at the hospital to get fattened up and any other problems we had.
After Guam, and you guys are feeling back to close to full strength. What did the Navy decide to do with you guys after that?
Well, okay. They give us 30-day survivor's leave. We come home on a small aircraft carrier, which back then was good transportation, so I'm told. We slept on cots on the hangar deck. We could walk the flight deck in the daytime, get exercise. The food was real good, I remember that part of it. And in other words, it was good transportation back then. Then we come into San Diego, myself, and so we got a bus to LA, and we got a train from there to Chicago, and then Chicago home. So we never traveling home. We had 30-day survivor's leave. Then we had to report downtown Detroit, the federal building. There was 99 from Michigan, 19 came off alive, so 19 was reported downtown Detroit. And we all went out to Grosse Seal. We got there, then that's where we stationed for a year afterwards. Some of them less than that because they had a little more time in the service. And I never forget, we stopped along the way someplace. The driver said, some tavern. Everybody threw $1 or $2 in the middle of the table. We sat and drank beer for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, or whatever. And we come to the old D shack on the base. It had to be on Friday. And every one of us half drunk up, And the captain and the OD guy said, well, you guys can't be on the base drunk over the weekend, so we'll give you a weekend pass. Okay. Well, of course, you had to show your ID. So my ID, he said, well, if you're going to be stationed in Detroit, you got to be born in 1921. The 24. So it should be 27. He put a 24. That's me, because I'm 21 years old. I can carry my pass and drink any place I want. That was the OD's idea. That was a good one. Real good one. And Don Jones had a tavern here in town. And, of course, I showed that pass. I was 18 years old. When I got 21, I was in there a day or 2 later. Everybody was celebrating my birthday. Don Jordan be there. Says, well, how old are you, Dick? I was 21. 21. I drink a beer there for 2.5 years. 2.5 years. One was the Holy Cross Church, the same as I did. What do you mean 2.5? That's why I got him in short. I explained a little bit out of the detail. It was legal after I was 21. I was legal. When I got home, I got to the train station. It came in, I think, around 4:30 in the morning. And I wasn't going to wake my dad up. I was just going to get a cab. But there were 3 or 4 of them sitting there and go home. I started for that cab, and the policeman was sitting, 2 of them, standing next to the building. And I know one of the policemen. I was a good friend of her son. In fact, later on, I was ushered this one's wedding. Anyhow, he said, "Where are you going?" So I'm getting that cab. I'm going home. So you're going to get in that police car. We're going to take you home. And so he did. He took me home at 4:30 in the morning. And I knocked on the door. Of course, Mother and Dad was happy. And I talked to them a little bit. And I went to bed. But they brought me home. And then I got 30-day survivor's leave.
When did you learn what you had, the top secret item you transported was the atomic bomb? When did you finally learn out?
Oh God, I really didn't know. Okay, the war was over. We were in the hospital, and that's when they took the first bomb over there. We was all excited. My God Almighty, I didn't expect that or whatever, And everybody gave us compliments. The war was over, And some friends of mine were sitting in Leyte in the Philippines, ready to visit Japan. When I got home and they found out I took the first bomb, they shaking my hand because I was the one that took the bomb over there, and them guys went home. In other words, they didn't have to go to invade Japan. So it's quite an honor. And they met Paul McKenna. He was in Leyte. I don't know if it's Louis McKenna's older brother. I don't know if you knew him or not. Okay. Anyhow, he was there. He died here 10 years ago or so now. So he would always thank me for taking the bomb over there. So he came home. And one place I forgot where I talked, some veterans organization. These guys I think they were in the Marines. I wasn't sure on this. They were going from the European War Theater to the Philippines for the Japanese. They weren't coming home, a true transfer. They were going from one war to another war. Wherever they went, anyhow, they dropped the bomb. The war is over. So get where they had to go, they run out of fuel. So they bobbed around after, I think he said, a day and a half. Some other ship come out and get them some fuel to come home. In other words, they didn't get to late, they come back home when they dropped the bomb. You know what I'm saying? They were happy to help. So I can tell you different stories like that. So it's true.
We're here to listen to those.
Boy, that's what I never met the guy before and after, but that's what they said. They flopped around there for about a day and a half. They finally got the ship with some fuel, and we didn't get it late. We come out home, turn right around, come home. Ain't that something? Because they dropped the bomb. So I'm a big hero. I have a lot of stories like that.
When you get together with all those guys, and you see, I guess, so few, what kind of emotions or what are you guys kind of talking about?
Well, not very much. We all talked about it for years. It was a funny feeling, young man. Years ago, before David won the reunions, there would be 190 survivors sitting there. Now, last time, there was 5, including myself. They're all gone. It's a funny feeling. For example, a few years ago, we had a guest speaker of the Indianapolis. He gave a good talk. When he got through, he asked the chairman, how many survivors here? And I'll never forget, but 73. This is quite a few years ago. He gave us all a jersey with 35 on it. And also, he gave us all a $1,000 check. He gave us a. What I'm saying, if each reunion is less men. I'm saying. Of course, it's been going on for years. One just died, last week, David?
Yeah, last week.
One just died. His birthday was in January. Same year mine was, so he was 2 months older than I was.
So, what kind of emotions go through you after surviving, I guess, tragedy or horror, if you will, and then, you're home. What thoughts, like when you lay down in your bed for the first time in forever? What are you thinking about?
Well, okay. My brother will tell you, if you like. I had some nightmares when I first got home. I slept with him, same room. for him for a while. And I had some sleepless nights or times about my experience. I didn't go away right away. That's why I didn't talk about it for years. I didn't get over it. I look back and I thought I had my mind and my body all adjusted and I was doing right. But after Joanne found out what happened, I was doing things a little goofy. And she wondered where I'd come from. It's amazing that woman stayed with me. It really was. After the way I was reacting after I found out later in life. You know what I'm saying? You can't comprehend how good a woman she was. There. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say to you. I'm lucky. Damn lucky.